Hello, I'm Chunisuk Selton and today I'm joined by the first and the second runners-up of Miss Bhutan 2022. First of all, let me extend a warm congratulations to both of you and a warmer welcome to the show. I want to dive right into the question. And the first question I want to ask the both of you is, how has it been right after the pageant?
So it's been quite a journey, and I must say that I've been feeling really happy, overwhelmed with all the support from the people, like of course from our family and friends, but people we do not even know. So yeah, it's been really overwhelming. We've been quite busy also. So yeah.
What about you? How has it been for you?
Also for me, I was overwhelmed, and at the same time, it was also a proud moment to celebrate that victory.
Has life before the pageant and after pageant, is it different? I mean, either can answer.
It was really different. Like Miss Bhutan platform, like the pageant, whole thing gave us a platform where we gained this recognition. So I feel like it's really different now. Wherever we go, we have to be very vigilant. Like we have to be really careful, because we have to, like at the back of our mind, we have to know that there are people looking up to us. So it's been quite different. But on a daily basis, at my work and home, it's just the same.
I see. What about you? How has your family been and friends at college been? Because were you the only student in the pageant? There were some others too. I see.
I think from artist college we were of 6 lakh.
Oh, okay. Wow, wow. Represent RTC. Wow. Okay. So how has it been like amongst your friends and your family? Has their reaction and interaction with you changed after the pageant?
Yeah, now they call me Miss Bhutan, you know, like because they're also very excited for me, and then like they're proud of me definitely, and yeah, they just tease me, and then yeah, definitely treat me well.
I see. Oh. So you must be getting a lot of attention now. You can feel it. Move. Yeah. People looking up to you, looking at you. Wow. Congratulations once again for both of you for coming up as the first and the second runners-up. Were you, by the way, expecting the results the way it came out? Did you expect this?
For me, it was like, no, I really didn't expect, because I had so many things that was going on, and then like I had hope, but I didn't really expect that I could be like amongst the top 10 contestant itself. So being amongst the being like the second runners-up is like overwhelming feeling.
I see. What about you?
When it comes to me, I believed in my hard work and the effort I've put in for this journey. So I did expect that I would definitely be in top 5, I must say. Yeah. So I think it was worth it, and I have also received the recognition and the honor. So I believe like I expected this, and I've got the results.
Wow. I want to ask, because you are a full-time employee at Red Cross Mo, yes, and you are a full-time student at RTC, how did you manage to take part in the pageant and also be there in college and at work?
So in a male-dominant organization like that, I think like to do something different, like it's something that's never done before, like women coming forward and then participating in such platforms. So I believe the first thing is you need support from your senior management, and I'm blessed and I'm very honored and grateful that I've got that support. So first thing is the support, and then second thing is on a daily level, I always used to tell this, that I'm quite good at multitasking. So I could manage, like even though I had to attend sessions during the daytime, I had to complete all my works, like take time for that. So I am proud to share that I managed all.
Wow, yeah. So you really did have to manage your time well, more for that. And what about Eden?
Same as Ajim said, I'm like also busy with assignments, tests. It's all the time like pressure. There is educational pressure. So deep down, I thought pageant is also important. My education is also important. It's important for me to like balance both of those. So I really managed my time, and most importantly, it was to do with the mind management. I really have to put my heart and soul and effort onto it to both balance.
I see. I want to know the main reason behind you taking part in a pageant like this. This is the third time we're doing it. The first one happened 2008 and then 2010, and after so long now it's happening in 2022, and the hype that you girls brought for the final one, oh my goodness, I did not expect it to be this big. So it's a huge achievement. But let's go step back and go back to the time you decided to take part. What was the reason behind it?
So firstly, when we know little about pageants and all this, we tend to think that it's kind of like objectification of women and all. But then later, first during the audition, to be honest, I just went because this time it was a weekend, so I just went and then I got selected. And then after that, I really thought it's not bad. And then I'm someone who's deeply rooted in my culture and tradition and proud of the strong, beautiful women in our country. So I thought in case if I win, if I am amongst the winners, then I can represent the strong, beautiful women of our country and also showcase our tradition, culture, and also I can be a voice to someone who can't voice out. So I felt like it's a platform and a place where we can really make a change. So this really made me realize that I should go for it.
Wow, okay. And what about Eden?
I thought pageant was never my thing. It was just like some fairy tale, I must say. When I was a child, I used to watch this pageant thing like Miss World, Miss Universe. I was kind of interested, but I never thought that I would be fitted onto this pageant thing. But however, when they announced that there will be registration for Miss Bhutan, I actually just registered. I was very insecure at first because of my height. I thought we should be really tall. And when I just registered and went for interview, I thought maybe I can do it, and that's where I...
So you are respectively the first runners-up and the second runners-up. What does the responsibility entail for a first runners-up? Were you informed? Were you told about it? Or are you aware of it?
As of now, there's no such thing as responsibilities for me. But aside from the responsibilities given to attend the events and responsibilities from the organization, the Miss Bhutan organization, I believe personally, or the title itself, as I've said before, I think the main responsibility is to be a role model for the younger generations. And also there's, as I've said, lots of younger generations, especially young girls looking up to us. So I think this should be the biggest responsibility that we must take.
I see. When the first preliminary round came out, there was so much criticism. And I want to especially start with Eden because you're still in college, you're very young. And a lot of the young women are very impressionable. They are affected by criticism a lot and very easily. I want to know, how did you deal? First of all, were there comments that broke your heart? Or were there comments that still stick with you? If not, that's great.
There's no such things, but there were some, not really.
I see. You didn't let it get to you. Great. But how did you girls deal with such heavy criticism, a lot of which did not even make sense? Because it's easier. I was even telling Tashi Choden that it's very easy to sit back on your couch in the comfort of your house and pass comments and write down comments. But it's another thing to be standing in front of the camera, standing in front of eyes who are told to judge you, evaluate you. It's very different. So how did you deal with this?
So at first we were really sensitive when it comes to comments like this, especially to do with how those negative comments really affect us. It really drains our mind, mentally. So we were groomed in such a way that we should not take these negative comments and not keep in our mind, because after it becomes, when it's so toxic, it really affects us. So we really had to ignore that. But if the criticism was for self-improvement, then we had to take that and in a very positive way. So I think positive mindset played a very vital role.
Oh, good. And they groomed you for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
When one contestant is criticized or something, then we put it up in the group chat and then we all laugh together, and this shows how strong our bond is, the pageant sisters.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow. So you learned, you build a skill to laugh at yourself first of all, and then
Take the criticisms constructively.
I see. Wow. Okay. So because you were both new to the concept of modeling, both of you, you don't have prior experiences more. How did you prepare for it?
So at the beginning, it was quite hard, I must say, and I really did look up to other pageants, how they walk, the YouTube and everything. But when we really started our journey in RTC, there were so many who's already experienced, like Tashi herself. So she really helped us, not only Tashi but the other contestants. We used to practice together after dance practices and all. So whenever we walk, they'll be like, "Oh, ani mitube, and choha chapkobe," no? So it was all really learning from each other actually.
Wow.
More than learning from the instructors. Sorry to say so, but we learned more from each other.
I see. Wow. So it was amongst yourselves, from the experienced ones. Oh, wow. That's good. That's really great. So were there not? Did you not feel a sense of competition? Because technically, you guys are competitions to each other. Did you not feel threatened, or intimidated, or inferior, at times?
For me, it wasn't like competition. We were more like sisters, and then we were so friendly. Our bond was so nice, no? Yeah.
But I must say that more than feeling like a competition, in the beginning it wasn't much, but when the prelim and the finale it was coming, then when we had our the last rehearsal and all, we knew that who's doing better than us, and also instead we looked up to them, we learned from them, and it's been a really positive change for every one of us. And I think it's a competition, but we didn't feel like it's a competition.
So in addition to the sisterhood, the feeling of sisterhood more, what else, what is one thing that you take away from the pageant that you did not have the opportunity to learn before, but after the pageant has ended after so long, thanks to the pandemic more, what do you take away from it?
I think it's believing in yourself. At first, we were not believing us, and then we were in disbelief. We couldn't trust ourselves. We keep doubting, And the pageant really pushes us to believe in ourselves, trust in ourselves, so that we know that we have potential. We can show to it, and then this was the way. I think it's believing in ourselves was the foremost thing.
What about for you?
I can't say that I've learned one thing, because I've learned so many things. But one thing that's really important, I guess, is I've learned that in life nothing goes as we plan. Because the pageant, it was going to, initially we planned that it will be done within 45 days, and then it took so long, the lockdown and all. But at the end of the day, the prolonging all the shows and all, it came as an opportunity to me. So all those challenges came as an opportunity to me. And as Eden said, I think you should believe in yourself more than before. And then overall it was a challenge. It was challenging, but we could overcome the challenge and took it as an opportunity. So I feel the most important lesson is that every challenge is an opportunity in life.
All right, that's a very positive outlook more. And talking about challenges, what were some of the biggest challenges that you had to face?
For me, I had very low self-esteem. At first, I wasn't sure about myself, that whether I could do it or not. I had so many insecurities. I was not confident. I was not able to speak up in front of everyone, and come in front and showcase who I am. So this was one of the challenges, but by the end of this pageant, I really learned to be very confident, to be comfortable in my own skin or own body, and I was able to overcome all those challenges.
Wow, wow. What about you, Sanam? your biggest challenges?
My biggest challenge, I can't really say that it's a challenge, but I had some like hard times trying to take lots of responsibilities, because I already had some responsibilities and commitments, but also I had to commit for the pageant. So it was quite hard, but as I've said earlier, I could overcome it because of some of the positive outlook on life, like I can manage this, I can do this. So at the end of the day, nothing is impossible, so it was.
It sounds like both of you coming from different outlooks. You appear very confident, a go-getter from the beginning, and here is another person who is taking part in the same pageant but comes from a different outlook where she's not sure. Both of you took the same path, came out with, like, first of all, came out winners, and then also have so many values that you take away from. I think Sonam answered a little about the perception of beauty pageants, and I think the phrase beauty pageant doesn't do justice to the Miss Bhutan, and there's so many other pageants that evaluate a woman not just for her exterior outlook. You guys were evaluated for the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you think. Oh my goodness, yes. So what do you have to say to people who think a pageant like Miss Bhutan is superficial and vain?
So at first, even I thought beauty pageant was this kind of thing. It was so controversial, and anyhow, I thought after like participating and then like being there itself, I learned that beauty pageant has to come with the whole package. It's not about like how you look, how you dress up, how skinny you are, how tall you are. It's instead your personality, and then like what you really have and what you really show. And then it's also about how wise we are, like beauty with brains, you know.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah. And it's also about responsibilities maybe, like, and also but at the end it's like being ourselves. It's not only about being like
Pretty.
yes, pretty, like being pretty or beautiful.
I wanted to ask if you guys, when you took part, especially when it was coming to an end, did you guys have a clear purpose in your head as to, if I win this title, what is going to be my social cause or the purpose with which I go to Miss Universe? Did you guys have that decided in your heads? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So when I first got into this pageant, I always used to tell this that I will advocate and create awareness on mental health, because it's something I've gone through. I feel like a cause should be something that's close to your heart. So mental health, it has been close to my heart, and I've known so many people who are going through a lot, but they can't seek help. And most of the people, especially in the rural areas, they don't even know what mental health is. So I believe like if I can make a change in a certain thing, then that would be mental health, because I have the strong feeling that I can do it. So I believe that given a chance, I would really love to talk about mental health. I would go around talking to people. I won't mind even if it takes my time. I will love to go around, speak to people, talk to them, understand them. So in a way, like given a chance, I would really love to talk about mental health. Yeah.
What about Eden?
For me, it sounds like big thing, but I really wanted to help children who are like underprivileged, or children who doesn't have their parents' support, or family support, or guardian support. I know that every child has a dream and then potential, but to come up with that is so difficult. They need support, and I thought if I can do it, then it would like really help them. So this was my cause. But even though like in my life, if I can help one child or two or three, I'm going to help them.
I see. But the thing is, yes, of course, you could voice your purpose out louder if you had the crown. But the thing is, you guys are already very popular, and people are already inspired by you, looking up to you. People are following you on Instagram. So you already have that platform. In a way, you have that platform now, and you can go ahead and voice your opinion. I feel like you still will be able to go after your social cause and social purpose and yeah, achieve that. So don't let the fact that you did not win the crown stop you from it, because you guys are already winners. More. I want to know if there were times, because the pageant took so long and because you are also committed to, as students and as a worker somewhere, were there ever times that you thought maybe I should give up the pageant? Were there ever, or things got very challenging for you?
Honestly speaking, no. Like, I didn't. Of course, like all the pageant sisters, we put ourselves in a place where we were judged. We put ourselves in a platform where people can give opinions to us. So I feel like I've gone to this pageant. I've came to this pageant with this mindset that I will be judged. There will be rumors about me. But at the end of the day, it's yourself, how much you believe in yourself, your self-confidence. So I did had some hard times where people spread like rumors about me, but I feel like, no offense, but we live in a society where everyone talks about each other. Yeah. It's a very small community, so it's meant to be. This was the mindset from the beginning itself. So I'm quite proud to share that there wasn't a time where I felt like now I'm going to give up. No.
I see. What about Eden?
So since childhood I have health issue, and I don't know why, but during that time I felt very, very sick, and I was literally bedridden and hospitalized. And after a few weeks, there would be my prelim practice, and I had midterms coming up. So there was so many things that was literally draining. I was like not able to like really cope up with those, and I thought maybe I should leave this pageant, or like maybe I should also drop out from my college for like take a gap year. But then deep down I knew that I should not be like this. I kept my mindset strong, I kept my goals strong, and I told to myself, where this saying goes by, if it's not now, then when? If it's not you, then who? I took this notion inside my head, and by the grace of God, I was like getting healthier, and I was able to join college as well as
you did both.
Yes, wow. I balanced those, and I'm really proud of myself.
Oh, that is an achievement, Eden. I'm very proud of you. I'm glad you did not quit. So, Sonam here has, in addition to being the first runners-up, she also won the Miss Best Personality. Is that how it's called? Miss Personality. Okay. Yes. So, how do they evaluate that, by the way?
Miss Personality, I think all the titles they evaluate based on their daily conduct, since we all came together in RTC and it was a long journey. So throughout the journey they evaluate, and then the committee, they all sit together and then they judge based on the marks given to us on a daily basis. While we were in RTC, like we used to get certain marks every night. We had some, like, how to say, friends over there, like supervisors, who always like judge us based on what we're doing on a daily basis. So all the titles were given based on your daily conduct.
So Miss Personality, the daily conduct, yes. How you carried yourself. Yeah. Wow, so that's a huge achievement, right?
I'm very honored, and I feel like in a way more than winning the first runners-up, this is huge for me, because I feel like personality is the most important. It's your greatest asset. So yeah, I'm honored.
I see. Well, this is big, and congratulations on that. So you were evaluated every day, and you got the grades at the end of the day. Did that ever feel like? Did that ever make you feel intruded? Like it sounds quite intrusive.
Yes.
Someone judging you. There's always eyes on you all the time.
No, Ajin, no. Because they just told us that we've been judged like this only after the prelims, right? Yeah. Only after the prelims we found out that we have been judged like this, based on this. Because throughout the journey we've been only like given a mark based on like whether we are on time or not. It was only that. But after the whole journey, our circumstance, he told us that most of the titles, except for Miss Congeniality, we have all been judged based on our daily conduct.
Wow, okay. I have one more question before we wind up here. So during the pageant, you have to be so self-aware and so you have to behave yourselves, basically. Do you ever feel like you have to be two people at times? Because sometimes amongst your friends or in college or when the camera's not on you, I mean, if it was me, I would definitely like let my hair down and just be a little crazy, right? Because that's how I am. Did you ever feel like you had to behave a certain way, that because there's cameras on me, because I am a contestant in the Miss Bhutan pageant? How did it? How does it feel?
In the beginning, yes, Ajum. Like even amongst the contestants, when we first got to know each other, we had to act in a certain way. But after a while, it was just normal, because how can someone like stay like this all the time, right? She got such a bubbly character, and after a while, we all know that she is like this, and no one can change that. So likewise, we had other contestants like who's very bubbly. Some are very funny. So we all got to know each other slowly, and then we didn't have to like act in a certain way. But I must say that when we had sessions, when we had guests, we were taught that we have to sit in a certain way, ask questions in a certain way. So that's the only thing. But other times, we were like a very small family.
I see. You could be yourself.
Yes.
Oh, what about Eden?
As Ajum said, I'm so like bubbly. I have bubbly character, and like I'm never like seated in one position, and then like I would be like indulging into different like activities, like dance most of the time. So when there is camera or when we meet certain people, we really have to be like sitting in certain thing that they expect. That's the only thing.
Was it challenging for you to do that?
Yes, la. Yes. Even we have to do makeup. I'm not usually like what do you say? Used to. Yeah, used to makeup, but now I have to do makeup and be representable, no?
You are presentable, and you have a beautiful smile. And if there was Miss Beautiful Smile like there was in the previous pageants, you definitely win it, Eden. Well, so because both of you are very young, and there are so many young eyes, especially girls, looking up to you, getting inspired by you, what would you like to say to those girls who are thinking about modeling or who are thinking about participating in Miss Bhutan later on? So what advice do you guys have for her, that particular girl?
So to all the young girls out there, I know that graduating school, finding a job, it's very comfortable, but I must say that nothing ever grows there. So please come out of your comfort zone, learn new things every day, and find a platform where you can showcase your abilities and be comfortable in your own skin and even around strangers. So if you want to grow as a person and believe in yourself more than you believe in yourself right now, Miss Bhutan is also a really great platform. And as I've said earlier, that I would love to advocate about mental health. So if you're going through any signs, or if you feel that you're going through a mental illness, then it's high time that you seek professional help. Even if you can't seek professional help, there are always friends who will help you. So please go for it. Don't hold yourself back, and your comfort zone is not a place to be. Yes.
Thank you.
To every young ladies, please believe in yourself. That is the most important thing in your life. Like if you really believe in yourself, then you trust the progress, you trust your journey, and that's where the result comes in, and that's where your charm really sparks. And yes, every people are entitled to their opinions, and definitely don't let these opinions get inside your head like, wow, I cannot do this or do that, and then like really put yourself into that shoe, and to really trust in your potential, because everyone has potential, just like where you have to showcase. So that's my advice.
That was the first runners-up and the second runners-up of Miss Bhutan 2022. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching. I'm Universe Bhutan. For now, bye-bye.